Here we go. Hello, everybody. Awesome. So I've had to move back a little bit from the camera, so the audio is still picking up, but might sound a little bit weird now that I'm just a little bit back from the camera, just so that you get a little bit more of a view here of the office. So here we go. Message from Paul. Paul says, yes, I get it. Yes, I would. Okay, we'll scroll down here. Like I mentioned, it might take a little bit to get down to the actual Q&A rather than the actual section here. Okay, excellent. So our first question comes from Sandro, and Sandro asks, what if you have a broker already registered at your business address for Google Places? So that is an excellent question, Sandro, and we run into that a lot. And the answer to the question is technically the way that Google works is that they want you to have your own individual location. They want you to have your own business address, and things get very complicated when you've got more than one person at one business address. So it is my recommendation for your brand and for everything moving forward that you claim your own location. And there's a number of different ways that you can do that. You can set up a satellite office, or you can use your home location, and they have a setting within your Google My Business page where you can hide the address. So it'll give a rough idea of your location and the neighborhood that your house is in, but it won't show the actual physical location of your house, and then you still get the radius effect there. So if you're not planning on moving anytime soon, registering using your home address and then hiding that address is probably the best option for you. We've helped many companies that get into a little bit of a sticky situation where you've got multiple people claiming these business locations all at one location, and then reviews start to merge together. It can turn into a real mess. So I highly recommend that you protect your own profile and keep it at your physical location that you own specifically. So to stay away from that, I would definitely use a satellite office or your home address and then hide that. So hopefully that answers your question, Sandra. From Heather, I'm interested. Okay, so we'll skip that because there's a kind of a money question in there. But looking forward to getting started, Heather. From Michael says, I actually have my assistant praying for me right now that we get into this program. Michael, I'm really looking forward to working with you. And yes, this is the program that you were inquiring about before. So we're good to go there. From Suzanne says, hi, Chris, can you just get the systems set up? So I'm assuming, I don't really have a timestamp on this, but if you're asking whether or not we will do all of this for you, yes, absolutely. You've seen all of the information that comes with that. And to get started, it's cwjstone.com/discount in order to have us do everything that you saw in the webinar for you, even going out and working with you to get those ratings, reviews, and testimonials from your past clients. So yes, Suzanne, absolutely. We can help you out with that. From Karim says, of course, we have to fund the Google CPC in order to get results as well. So from Karim, no, you do not need to fund Google pay-per-click in order to make this program work. That's one of the things that's so fantastic about it. Once you have that front page ranking, you're generating traffic essentially every day without having to fund into an advertising account. You don't have to pay per click. It's all organic. Those ratings and reviews drive that traffic for you. And essentially you're getting all of that traffic just by investing in the program that we're going to do for you. You don't have to pay Google per click. We're optimizing and getting that traffic for you organically in two ways. One, with your Google My Business profile, and then the second with the natural organic ranking of your website. So we're gonna boost up your website and your Google My Business ranking so that you get multiple spots on the front page. And that doesn't take into account the traffic that you're gonna drive from Yahoo and Bing. Those are, other networks all in themselves where you're going to get search traffic from that you don't have to pay for. So it's a culmination of all of these organic traffic sources. We have clients that get results and get customers just from the local business directories that we set up for them, where people will find them using, that online yellow pages that they find for them, or there's lots of different ways that people can find you online, because every month we're taking that footprint and we're making it bigger and bigger and bigger so that you can generate more traffic. And the way that the keyword structure works, because I didn't cover it in depth, you get 5 keywords to start with. We pick the keywords, again, using all of the analytic tools that you saw. We pick the keywords that are going to generate you quality inquiries and quality customers, not just a lot of traffic. And then when we rank for those 5 specific phrases, then we move to the next set of 5 phrases. So we're continually expanding that reach for you and driving more traffic every month. And we do that by extending out those keywords as the campaign continues to rank. So hopefully that answers your question. And no, none of it has to do with paid traffic. We do have some great information for you on how to drive clients through paid traffic, but this is 100% organic. So once you're there, it just rolls in without you having to pay Google for those clicks. That's why it's so exciting, right? Okay, from Christy. Christy asks, do you have a program where you set it up but we do not continue on the monthly? And so just some personal information there. So the answer to that question, Christy, is no. The original local Google traffic program that we offered was a one-time payment. And what we discovered with that is that in the very competitive markets, we would get a bump, we'd get them on the front page, and then over time it would kind of lapse off. So they would get the flow and then it wouldn't continue. And what we want for our clients and customers is that long-term, steady, consistent, reliable growth moving forward. And that's really what I'm looking to provide. So unfortunately, we don't offer this as a one-time shot. It would work that way, where you would get that rank, and then as it peters out over time, you just take what you can get from the rankings originally. But I'm striving for more than that for our clients, just because I see the effects of what it can do. And you don't want just that effect for a couple of months. You want it for your career, for the time that you're in the mortgage industry, to be able to generate that traffic. And for many people, you can build a career around it, right? So it's not just a one and done. We've turned it into a monthly program very specifically because we want to serve long-term for our clients that see the value in the program. So it's a great question. I totally see where it's coming from. But no, there is no one and done option. There is the monthly that goes along with it. So from Sandro, and we'll keep the rest of the information there private for you. It says, I have a website that's provided to me by my broker, main house, and is this website not currently optimized? And the answer to that question is no. It is a fantastic website, but it's not optimized. So when you have those, or the majority of the solutions that are out there, if not all of the solutions that are out there, are designed graphically. So they're client or customer facing. So a lot of the work that gets done on those sites is to make your site look good to the person who goes on Google and finds it, or the client that finds it, and it's got the great branding on it. It's got all that wonderful stuff. But from a perspective of how it looks to Google, it definitely needs to be tweaked as far as site mappings, proper site structure, meta tags, title tags, all of that on-site optimization stuff that we talked about. That still needs to be looked at and addressed for your particular marketplace. And what we do, and we have worked with people that are in your exact situation, what we do is we draft a document and we send it to you to send it to that person that is providing the website for you. And it's got very detailed step-by-step instructions on what needs to be placed on the site, because using the dashboard that you have, you don't necessarily have access to the ability to make those changes. So we kind of have to go one step higher in order to get those changes made for you. And then once that on-site optimization is done, then we can get to work on the off-site optimization, which is a big driver of the actual change on Google. So it's like when you're building a house and you go down to City Hall and you register the blueprints for your home, right? Having the blueprints drafted up and available for you is perfect and awesome. It gives you what you need in order to build the house. But the actual building of the house and making sure that City Hall knows about it, so that Google knows where your website is, all that stuff needs to be done during the off-site optimization program. So right now you've got the blueprint, kind of like the shell of that perfect model, and what we need to do is come in and optimize it and finish building the house. So it's kind of a reasonably good analogy for you to answer that question for you. So hopefully that helps. Our next question here is from Todd. Todd says, which is more powerful, the local business ranking or getting my website ranked? Great question, Todd. So they're both very important. And the reason why I lean more towards the Google My Business profile is because the Google ratings and reviews show up right there on the profile, and they're featured on the mobile search results. So when somebody does a search, and we now know 50% of the traffic out there is on mobile, it's on a mobile device, right? So when that person does a Google search, the Google My Business places show up at the top above all of the organic stuff. So if you're looking at just mobile traffic, a Google My Business profile is much more powerful because it shows up higher and it allows you to put those ratings and reviews right in front of those clients when it's important to them. Now, the full answer to that question is both, because when you can have somebody look at the front page of Google and say, okay, this person is ranked on the map and I can see all the ratings and reviews from their past clients, and then I scroll down and, oh wow, they're number 1 or number 2 or number 3 in the organic as well. They can see that you're an expert, you're leading your local industry as the industry leader, on the front page of Google, which to many of our consumers is just the ultimate truth, right? And then that multiple ranking is really just an extra proof factor on top of the testimonials that gets them to the point where they'll pick up the phone and call you because they see you as the expert in the marketplace. So the ultimate answer to your question is they're both powerful. I would put weight on the Google My Business page more than I would the website, but we are striving for the absolute best for you, which is both. We want to get both of them ranked and get you results from both of them on the front page in your local marketplace. So hopefully that helps. So down here from Michael asks, is there a specific number of people that you take per marketplace? I could see where your system dilutes itself working with more. Okay, so yeah, the question is how many people per market? And the answer to that question is 2. So basically, we know that we can take 2 people within a marketplace and generate the same amount of traffic basically between those 2 different profiles. So once we have 2 people in a specific marketplace, we shut that marketplace down and we just focus on building those 2 people's businesses from the search standpoint. So you're absolutely right. Having more than that in a marketplace it cannibalizes what we do. We can really only use the system that I've built can really only be used on a certain number of people in a marketplace before my clients would not get the same results. So an excellent viewpoint and a great question. And that is the answer. Only 2 per marketplace, and once they're gone, they're gone. And I guess I should speak to the fact that as you make your purchases, those are time-stamped. So if we ever run into a situation where we feel like we could accept one other person into a marketplace or something like that, and they're both a good fit, I'll just default to the timestamp. The person that bought the program first is the one that's going to get that spot. So that's how we're going to deal with that, just so that we don't run into any issues down the road with people wanting the program and potentially not getting in. So hopefully that answers that question for you. Our next question is from Mary. Mary says, can you please send me the slides? So Mary, we're not giving out the slides from this presentation, and there is no recording. And the reason why is I have poured, as you know, over 6 months worth of time effort, development, staff, to build these systems for you. And those slides and the presentation and information that you got technically could be used by my competition to come and hurt me in my business, right? Just duplicate what I'm doing because I'm teaching the whole thing out front. So I'm trying to limit access to the information as much as possible to protect my clients. So we're not giving out the slides and we're not giving out the recordings to the event. So hopefully you understand that from a business perspective. I really put myself out there with the way that I do my webinars and my training. Most people, and this is not a shot at anybody, you know, in the internet marketing industry or anything like that, but it is a technique in the information selling business to give people 90% and leave out the magic sauce. It happens. I've been on webinars and watched webinars where that's happened, and it really, I don't think that that's a good way to go about meeting your clients and customers. So I give 100%. I just give everything away, knowing that many of you are going to see the value and invest and have me do it for you. So in doing so, we do need to be careful in the distribution of our information. So that is the answer to the question. Hopefully you understand why I do it. It comes from a good place, and I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just the way that it is. From Alfredo, can multiple people at the same office claim a profile? Alfredo, we've kind of already covered that. The answer is, my suggestion to you is to find a location that is unique to you, claim and optimize that physical location for your Google My Business and for your Bing and for your Yahoo profile, right? From David, David is asking, is it worth the time to just get Bing and Yahoo set up or just focus on Google? So David, yeah, definitely, it is worth the time. I understand that your time is very valuable. So, you know, sitting down in front of a computer and going through the step-by-step process and putting the hours and hours of time that it takes to set these local business directories up is a good investment, because it's not just about getting ranked on Bing or on Yahoo. It's about all of them seeing all of the links so that you can rank on all of the different networks. So you need one to support the other, and having all of them helps to benefit not only each individual service, but your search strategy as a collective and as a whole. So, you know, that's why we're offering the Done For You program, is because I know that your time is worth money. And you probably don't want to spend it sitting in front of a computer, punching in the same information over and over and over again. You know, you want us and our staff to do that for you so that you can do what it is that you love doing, which is helping people get more loans and get more mortgages and processing those commissions. So hopefully that answers your question. Our next question is from Christy. Christy says, getting reviews is so hard. Thanks for the template. This is really going to help me out. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Swipe and deploy, and it works. And you're absolutely right. It is difficult to get clients to come back after the process and leave the reviews. But man, I can tell you it is worth the effort. Absolutely, 100%. It is worth the effort to get those ratings and reviews, because they make a big difference, not only in your rankings, but in pre-selling that next customer that's going to come into your business. It makes a significant difference in your business. And just quickly here, we're coming down on the list. We've still got a couple here to take care of, but I wanted to take a second to congratulate Frank and Michael and Heather and Sandra, and we'll leave it at that, but welcome. I'm sincerely looking forward to doing business with you, and Ashley from the office, or Lynn, is going to reach out, set a time for us to get on the phone together, and together we're going to collaborate on your keywords and your strategy and everything, and then we're going to do everything for you. So you're in good hands. Thank you for your investment, and I really look forward to working with you. And getting into some final questions here from Debbie. Debbie asks, I'm too busy to take this on right now. Can this wait until things slow down? Will you hold the pricing for me? So Debbie, unfortunately, we cannot hold the pricing for you, and once we fill the program up, it's full. We're experiencing the same thing in our Done For You social media program right now, where um, we're a small firm. We're not one of these big agencies. We've only got so many people because quality people, to speak candidly, are hard to find, and we work to find the best. So that means that we need to limit the amount of people that we let into the program, and that's okay because we want to make sure that our business grows healthy, not just fast, right? So unfortunately, we're not going to be holding the pricing. Once we fill up, we're full. But I can speak to the being too busy thing, and that relates to something that I see in the industry all the time, especially with our consulting clients. There's a roller coaster out there, and most of us are on it. And it is the ebb and flow of the mortgage industry, and the fact that we're cyclical with the markets, we're cyclical with independent regional factors in your business. And when times are really good and you're processing a lot of loans, the last thing that you can possibly think about is marketing. But when it turns and you're here and you're going, wait a minute, I need to do something today to go out and get the phone to ring. What's going on? Why is my phone not ringing? I'm here to make sure that this doesn't look like this. I want this to look like this, right? And having that natural organic ranking allows you to tap into the marketplace that exists at that time. And I always use December as a really good, I shouldn't say really good, but December as an example. If you look at the MLS books and the transaction histories, people buy houses in December. There's volume that gets processed in the month of December. But if you talk to the average mortgage professional, they go, oh, December's dead, right? Somebody's still out there making money. And the process of how those customers find the professional that they're going to work with doesn't change. So I know you're busy right now, and I know that this is a busy time of year, and that's fantastic because you're here and you can invest now to keep going, to keep from going to here. I only want you to come to here and then start to maintain that consistency in your business where you don't have to ride that roller coaster all the time, where you can just have that consistent flow over the months of people that find you on Google, read the ratings and reviews, and naturally just gravitate to you because you're the expert, not because of the time of month or year when they're out doing their mortgage getting activities. So you can tell I've been talking for almost 2 hours now. I apologize, and thank you for all of you that are still here with me. In the interest of your time and my voice, we'll wrap up quickly. And if I haven't gotten to your question, I will email you back the answer to your question. Everybody that asks a question during our webinars gets a response. So I'll make sure that you get the answer to the question. A couple more here. So from Jason says, what if I don't have a website? Can this What was that? All right. Sorry about that, everybody. But our internet connection dropped. Obviously, this is live, right? So I apologize. I am very respectful of your time, and I appreciate you hanging out while we fixed our technical issues here. So thank you for that. And we just, in the interest of time, we'll do a couple more questions, and then we'll sign off for today. And for those of you that that have already invested in the program, I'm really looking forward to working with you. So Ben says, my market is incredibly competitive. Can this still work, or are those spots pretty much gone for me? So Ben, I like competitive marketplaces. We're currently working on some big ones right now, and I would love to add you to the queue. So well, you saw the email that went out yesterday promoting today's event, that we've got people in Red Deer, Burlington, and we've got some other people in some other industries that are just as, if not more competitive than the mortgage space, and we're seeing fantastic results there as well. So there's not really a whole lot of marketplaces out there that scare me, because I believe in what we do, and I believe that because everything that we do is white hat, it can only serve to benefit your ranking long term. So I guess my answer to that, in the most humble way, is bring it on, because I want to take a shot at it. So I don't know what your market is, but send it over, and let's take a shot at it. If you're protected by the guarantee, so I'm willing to invest my money to try it out with you. So let's shoot me a message, let me know where you are, and we'll move from that point. So looking forward to that. Steven says, I'm in. Welcome. Awesome. Looking forward to it. And the final question, and I'll leave the name out of this one, is is there a payment plan? Can we break the payments down? And the answer to that question, unfortunately, is no. The upfront at $1,500 or $1,497. Again, it's been 2 hours, folks. That is calculated as low as I can get it, just simply because of the staff and the amount of work that happens on the front end in order to build everything for you with the videos and the backlinks and the website overhaul and all that stuff. It does take a lot of time and effort for us here, and our pricing is reflective of the best value that we can possibly give you to entice you to join the program and join us in this journey that we're going on. So with that, we will shut things down. And again, I apologize for the technical issues there in the middle, but thank you for sticking with me. And for our unnamed person who said, get a haircut, I'm working on it, man. I'm almost far enough that it's actually, not at this weird stage. So I'm working on that. Thank you for bearing with me with my hair growing as well. So with a little personal note from me and my family to you and yours, much love. I hope you're having a great day. And this is Chris Johnstone signing off. I'll talk to you soon.